Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate, or I go by AlwaysMoreSims here on YouTube, and today we are back with another speed build. So this house is called Beautiful Beach, but I will say I feel like the outside definitely fits. This is built in sunlit tides. It's supposed to be tropical-ish, and I feel like the outside really fits that, but I kind of lost that vibe on the inside. I feel like I have a style when I decorate, but I don't really know what that style is. But it's not beach on the inside. But the house is built like right across the street from like a little inlet off the beach. And it is also built for my second eldest in my Sims 3 Feig challenge, Isabel. And Isabel is all about, you know, the makeup and being beautiful and being fabulous and gorgeous and all this fun stuff. And so I just felt like when I build these houses for my Sims or for their kids, I normally like have them in mind when I'm not only building the house but also naming the house. And so in that case I was like, well, Izzy would have a house called Beautiful Beach, even if it's not very beachy on the inside. Now, I did try to go back to kind of like a beach style for the master bedroom, but I don't know if I really succeeded. But yeah, I actually quite like this house. I wouldn't mind playing in this house myself, like sometime down the road. I always forget which houses I say that about, though, so I'll probably never actually end up playing in this house. But I actually like how it turned out. I think it's kind of cute. 2 bed, 2 bath. There is a little like laundry closet off the living room, and then there's a really bad office. The office is too small. The office needed to be bigger, and I meant to go back in and place another light fixture in there to make it brighter, and I forgot. So I'm just gonna let you know now, the office sucks. It is so bad. It's tight, cramped. And it's just very obvious I did not put much effort into the office. But yeah, so I did decorate the second bedroom. Now, when I built Magnus and Alex's house, what was it, it was about a week ago, I furnished their second bedroom, but I furnished it to look like a guest bed. Not even though I had full intention that this was going to be their kid's room, I did not furnish it like a kid's room. And I ended up going with the story. It was because Magnus figured he probably would never have kids. He'd never really wanted kids before. But after spending some time around Alex's family, and Alec is like really close with his siblings, and he really likes helping with his siblings and all this stuff, and had always wanted a kid of his own. I was gonna say child, then I was like, no, I'm gonna say kid, and it started to blend there for a second. He always wanted a kid of his own, so like they moved into Magnus's house, which was a 2-bed house, but because Magnus had figured he probably would never have kids, the bedroom was not furnished for kids. However, now they have a son. They have a little boy named Luke that they adopted, so I'm gonna have to go back and I don't know. I feel like I should go back and redecorate that second bedroom, but at the same time, that was my favorite room I did in the whole house. So, I don't know. Now, I also decorated this house. Hold on, rewind. I decorated the bedroom in this house for a kid. I decorated it for a little boy. Because I am crossing my fingers and hoping that Izzy and Simon have a little boy. I really want them to have a little boy, but I'm not at that point yet. In this most recent part of the challenge, Izzy only just started getting to know Simon, but I wanted the house to be ready. I'm trying to have basically a speed build once a week. So how I figure it when I'm scheduling things. Okay, because I have a whole Google Sheets. Every year, this is like my 4th year doing this, where I will schedule out like what I'm going to do. So I upload on Saturdays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Okay. 4 days, right? Yes, 4 days a week. And I will schedule, and I've gotten out of doing current households. I was just getting really bored with them, and I got kind of burnt out on my current households. I want to go back to them, because when I get into playing current households, it's a lot of fun. But, like, it takes me a little bit to, like, get in the groove of it, and I don't know. I've gotten out of current households recently. I would like to go back to it, but at the same time, I'm like, nah, I don't really care right now. So, anyways, it used to be that, like, every 5 uploads, I'd post either a speed build or a current household. So, like, let's see, last week, my speed build went up on Wednesday. So then Friday 1, Saturday 2, Monday 3, Wednesday 4. This video is going up on a Friday. So that's 5 uploads later. This is the speed build. So now it's going to be next Saturday is hopefully going to be Clary's future house. And I'm hoping I could like that. I'm hoping I'm at I'm at a decent pace with the challenge, that it's working out, that I'm staying ahead of the houses. No, sorry, all the way around. I'm hoping the houses are staying ahead of the challenge, so that, you know, you're seeing the house before my Sims move into it. I'm like, oh, hey, here's their house. If you want to, like, see the speed build for it, wait for another, like, 3 weeks. Like, I'm really hoping to avoid that. But then I also want to get Lavender's house ready for when we get back to that challenge. I also, if anyone has tips or pointers, please let me know. I really want to make custom tattoos for Lavender. I think Lavender would have tattoos, but I don't want to do them through, like, the actual, like, Sims 3 tattoo, like, from Ambitions, like, how you place the tattoos, like, you place them one at a time. And I know I have a bunch of custom content tattoos installed, but, like, that's not what I want to do. I want it to be, like, basically an accessory, because I have the accessory version tattoos installed in my game, and I forget about them all the time, but we're, like, they're all over the sim, and you just put it on, and it, like, is it technically, like, a pair of socks or something? Like, it's seen as a pair of socks, but it, you know, gives them, like, tattoos all over their arms, and their legs, and their chest, and their back, and their sides, and, like, I want to do that. I basically want to make a full bodysuit tattoo, not an actual full body, but, like, that I just click it, and it puts all of the tattoos on, and it pretends that it's basically socks. Is what I'm wanting to do for Lavender. Like, I even have the kind of tattoos I want planned out, but I cannot find a good tutorial for how to make my own anywhere. And I really want to, like, figure this out. For a while, I was watching Florida, I think is how she pronounces her channel name. She does Sims 3 Let's Plays here on YouTube, and, like, I'm pretty sure, like, all of her, like, she does, like, legacy type challenges. Like, right now, I watched the Zodiac. I watched the beginning of Zodiac. I got, like, halfway through the Gemini generation, and then I stopped watching. But, like, all of her heirs and their partners were just, like, covered in these custom tattoos. And I'm like, okay, if anyone knows how to make them, it's Florida. But I don't think she has a, like, how-to tutorial on her channel on how she actually makes the tattoos. Like, you can download the ones that she has, but, like, I'm not looking to give my Sims, you know, Aries tattoos, Taurus tattoos, Gemini tattoos. Like, I want to pick my own I just want to know how to do it. And, like, a lot of the tutorials are like, well, you need to have this, and this application. You need to have this, and this file. But then they don't list all the files needed or all the applications needed. Or one time I thought I was onto something. But then my computer, like, gave me a warning when it opened. It's like, are you sure you want to trust this? Like, it's not, like, the computer's not reading it as safe. So then I chickened out because I'm like, I don't know anything about this program. I don't feel comfortable opening it on my computer. Like, so I chickened out of that. But I really want to make custom tattoos. And it would have been so much easier to give my Sims their rune tattoos if I could do it that way instead of, like, having to go in and put them on one by one, because that takes forever. Just trying to get them all to load. It has to reload every time, and whenever you switch to a new section or you close out of, making the opacity dark, like, it has to reload all of them, and it takes forever. It takes so long. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So, let's see. What should we talk about, guys? I'm actually going to talk about my gaming channel here for a second. So, if you don't know, I have a gaming channel where I play games other than The Sims. And I tried it, like, for the last, I think, 3 years? I've done a tier list video, which is, like, bringing all the, like, the games I played, during the year together. I rank them in a tier list. I talk about them. I kind of do, like, a mini review of the game. My thoughts, my feelings, all this stuff. And between house sitting for a week and being sick right there at the end of the year and into the beginning of the year, I didn't get to finish my last game. And I'd been holding off on doing my tier list video until I finished the game, which was Dispatch. You have got to play it. It's so good. Like, don't even get me started on Dispatch. But I didn't get to play episode 8 before I left to go dog sit, and I got sick while I was dog sitting. And I was also dog sitting 30 minutes out of town. So it wasn't like it was just an easy, I could, like, pop home for an hour or two, play the game, record it, finish that episode. Like, that was not an option. It was not that easy. So I didn't end up finishing Dispatch until we were in the new year. And then I had to finish the tier list. Well, I am going a bit overboard on the editing for this thing. And part of me is like, screw it. Like, I'm over halfway through the first month of the new year. This video was supposed to go up on December 31st, and it still hasn't gone up. And I'm like, okay, do I just scrap the idea to do all of this editing like I've never done before? Do I say screw that, scrap it, and just, because last year what I did, I put just, like, however long I was talking about the game, I just put a clip of that gameplay over top. But, like, this year, I have the gameplay. Anytime I mention a specific scene, I have the scene, like, coming up on screen. I have the, like, music from each game playing in the background. I've got pictures. I've got, like, all this stuff. And I frankly, I don't edit that way. Like, I just normally don't have the time to edit like that. I work full time, and by the time I get home at night, I am wiped. Like, the last thing I want to do is sit down and edit. So I'm like, or do I keep going? Because it's already late. It's already late. Do what you started. I don't know. Because then I haven't posted anything on that channel since I posted the last episode of Dispatch at the beginning of the month. And I don't know. I'm so conflicted. I'm like, I hate to leave them waiting, and then I don't want to post a new game because the time that it would take for me to play the new game is time I could use to spend editing. So I don't know. I'm so conflicted. I don't know what to do. If you have advice, let me know. Also, I posted here like a week or two ago on my community tab that I didn't realize this year was my 10th year on YouTube. There's no way. No way. Because then I think, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, how old was I 10 years ago? Like, and I don't want to share my age, but I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I was this old 10 years ago. I was practically a baby. And just, like, thinking of, I don't know, like, the 10 years. I don't feel like I've been doing it that long. I feel like I've been doing it for 5 years or something. But like when I realized this, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna listen to my first part the first video I ever posted. The first thing I ever played on my channel was 100 Baby Challenge. Okay, and I started with a sim named Trinity Lee. And I don't know, like, I went and I cringed so hard because of my voice and the quality of the video. Like, the screen was, like, weird. There's, like, black boxes on the side because of, like, the resolution. It's all this, it's so cringy. It's so cringe. But I don't know. So and like last year I actually missed my anniversary because I had bronchitis. And I was so out of it that I hadn't realized my anniversary had come and gone until it had already come and gone. And I was like, oh crap. So if anyone has any ideas for that, I would love to hear it. I think I have an idea in mind. And it's something that I actually started working on back in like July. And then I walked away from it and I didn't touch it until while I was sick. I was like, I don't have anything else to do. It doesn't require my voice. Maybe I'll just keep working on this. And so part of me is like, okay, maybe I need to try and get that finished and have that for my anniversary. But like, I don't know that I can work that into my schedule because it's something that like I would want to really focus on, like start on my anniversary, but then continue to like focus on after that. And I don't know that I can do that having 4 challenges going at the moment that I'm rotating between. The one I'm closest to finishing is actually I'm a Lover, I think. Let's see. I mean, I have Feig is relatively close to. Well, no. I take that back. I take that back. I have 10 more generations of Feig. No, we're not close on that one. I'm a Lover. Let's see. Oh, that one is almost done. We're going into Generation 8, right? Yes. So, including Generation 8, I have 3 generations left there. Okay, but again, when I'm going back and forth... Ooh, sorry, I just hit my mic. When I'm going back and forth between The Sims 4 and The Sims 3 every other generation... Chloe. I probably still won't finish this generation, like that challenge, until next year. Realistically, or like the very end of this year or next year, which sounds crazy when I'm like, it's only 3 generations left. But again, going back and forth. So, like, in all honesty, it would probably make more sense to like do this project for my anniversary next year. But I'm like, this would be such a cool thing to do for my 10th year. But I just don't know what to do. I don't, because it's all like, it's something that like I wouldn't like walk away from. I don't think I would want to like keep working on it as it's going. I don't know. I'm trying to be vague on purpose, and I understand that might make it really confusing. I apologize. But did you move away from me just so I could tell you to stop chewing on your foot? Excuse you. Come here, bug. Here, bug. So I had to put my corgis on a diet. I know. You have to be really careful with the weight of a corgi. They put on weight really easily. And so, when was it? I want to say it was over the summer that I started them on this diet food. I noticed the change in Zoe first, because despite being litter mates, Zoe and Chloe are built quite differently. And like just their features are different. Like Zoe is very slim. Like she's just a lot slimmer. She has like a smaller face. She has like a smooth coat, which is actually the way her coat is supposed to be. Like that's the natural corgi coat. And then Chloe is a bit wider built. She's a little stockier, and she's got kind of a longer fur, which is actually considered a mutation. They're not supposed to have longer fur, but I love fluffy corgis. Right? I love fluffy corgis. Yeah, Chloe's my bud. Right? Are you my buddy? Are you my buddy? Clois? She just derped for me. You know, like they stick the very tip of their tongue out. Are you derping? Are you derping? Yes. Anyways, but Chloe's fur is a little thicker and it's fluffier. And again, she's a little stockier. So when I started them on the diet, I noticed like the weight loss in Zoe first. Like it was a lot more obvious because again, Zoe's fur is already thinner, slicker, you know, she's already slimmer. And I'm finally seeing it in Chloe too. And like that makes me happy that hopefully I'm getting them down to a healthier weight. Because before I was doing this, they were eating the same food as George and my parents' dog Bailey. They were eating the same food, and they just like the food container was left open all the time, and it was just whenever they wanted to eat, they'd go eat, and it was not working. And I'm like, I really wish we wouldn't do this, and so I took it into my own hands. And now my parents have started like measuring out food for the other dogs, but they're like, we're not putting them on the diet food, we're gonna leave them with regular food, we just won't leave the container open all the time. And yeah, so I don't mean to bring the video down, and I know we're reaching the end here. I do just kind of want to give a bit of a heads up. George is really struggling. George is the dog in my thumbnail. If you've been around for a while, she's the one that used to howl in the background of my videos. She's been struggling a lot lately. Her 13th birthday is actually on January 23rd, so that's coming up. And like this past week, there was actually a scare that I thought we were going to lose her. She's doing fine now. It ended up pretty much being nothing, but I do just want to give a heads up that should something happen to her here in the upcoming months, I will probably have to take a pretty decent sized break. Because that's gonna wreck me. Like George, despite not being in videos anymore, she's my baby, she's my girl. So I do just kind of want to give that heads up. I feel like that moment is on the horizon. It's kind of looming, but yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. We're at the end of the video. House is linked below. Please don't take credit. Feel free to use. Bye!